Motivation is kind of like brushing your teeth. Like it's something that we need consistently, but it's not something that's going to last. But that being said, if we rely on motivation and motivation alone to get us to the goals that we set out, then we're setting ourselves up for failure. Eventually, there are going to be days, if you haven't experienced it yet, you will. There are going to be days where you do not feel motivated to do the work necessary to achieve the goal that you have set out. And when those times come, what are you going to rely on in order to keep moving the needle forward? Jocko Willink has one of my favorite quotes of all time when he said, "Pros make decisions based on commitments and amateurs make decisions based on feelings." Motivation is a feeling. It will fade away. And when it does, what is it that we're supposed to fall back on? It's discipline. You are listening to the Take a Step podcast, where we help young men reject complacency and take purposeful action every day. My name's Josh Johnston. Let's take a step. Welcome back to the Take a Step podcast, and today we've got another edition of the Weekly Mile, where we take a look back and dive into a previous newsletter of the Weekly Mile. In today's edition, we've got the truth behind inspiration. Inspiration. The word gets thrown around like confetti. You scroll through Instagram, see a perfectly cut motivational reel, and think, man, I needed that. But then what? You like the post, maybe share it to your story, and nothing changes. That's the trap. In today's world, inspiration has been watered down into a quick hit of dopamine. It's become a buzzword with no real depth. One moment you're fired up. The next, you're right back to avoiding the gym, delaying the business idea, or ghosting your accountability partner, if you even have one. So let's take a step back and be honest. What actually is inspiration, and what isn't it? This newsletter isn't here to argue whether inspiration is good or bad. It's here to bring clarity, so you stop chasing the emotion and start embodying the action. What inspiration is not. Inspiration is not just a feeling. It's not a clever quote paired with cinematic background music. It's not vague language that sounds deep. It's not watching someone else win and feeling something stir inside. All of that, it's empty. It's cotton candy for the soul. Sweet in the moment, but gone in seconds. Inspiration that only lives in your mind but doesn't show up in your life is a waste. Period. So what are we supposed to do in order to see real change take place? If you want to know what truly inspires people to change, to take a step, it comes down to this equation. Inspiration equals storytelling plus proven action. Inspiration equals storytelling plus proven action. Let's break that down. You can't inspire someone without connecting with them. And nothing connects like a story. And Donald Miller is a master at this. He wrote a great book called Story Brand, and he has something in there called the Story Brand Framework. And in it, all great stories include the following: a main character, a problem, a guide, a plan, a moment of action, a breakthrough result, and a transformation. That evolution of a story works so well because you see yourself in it. You relate to the pain, the setback, the struggle. You believe that if they made it through that, maybe I can too. But here's the catch. Story alone is not enough. If someone tells a compelling story but doesn't live it, it falls flat. All talk with no action. No one wants to follow that. So the second piece is proven action. This is where the magic happens. Proven action means the person you're watching or listening to has receipts. They've lived what they're preaching. They've taken the punches, done the work, and walked through the fire. It's not just feel good, it's do good. When someone lives out what they say, their story becomes contagious. Their results prove that the struggle is worth it. Think of story as the wood stacked for the fire, but proven action, that's the fuel you pour all over it. That's what turns a spark into a flame. The beauty of inspiration is that it doesn't stop with them, but it moves to you. Once you hear their story and see their actions, the question becomes, how can I write my own story? What actions must I take? That's the moment inspiration becomes productive, when it drives you to take your own step. At Take a Step, we don't believe in inspiration for inspiration's sake. Inspiration is pointless without application. Every workshop, every podcast episode, every conversation inside the tribe is designed to turn inspiration into consistent action. But here's the truth. Most of the world is content with just feeling motivated. But the men who transform their lives, they're the ones who take action. They take steps. They fail forward. They live what they say, and they inspire others to do the same. Hey guys, we'll jump right back into the conversation, but I want to give y'all a quick look into MMP Customs. They make all of the Take a Step apparel, and they are the official sponsor of the Take a Step podcast. Check them out.
Hey guys, I'm Nathan Mooney, co-owner of MMP Customs. We are a custom merchandise company specializing in screen printing and embroidery. If you're a business, band, school, or any other type of organization that needs custom merchandise, MMP Customs is the place. Whether you have a big apparel need for an event or need to outfit your company, we offer a no minimum guarantee and have never missed an approved deadline. At MMP Customs, you will experience the best customer service there is. Let our family outfit yours. Visit mmpcustoms.com. That's mmpcustoms.com.
So here's the thing is that motivation gets demonized a lot in the personal development industry because everyone says, oh, discipline is greater than motivation, which I completely agree with, but I still don't think that motivation should get such a bad rep, right? I think the way I describe it is like motivation is kind of like brushing your teeth. Like it's something that we need consistently, but it's not something that's going to last as far as just like a one hit. We're going to need to do it consistently, and we need to continue to fuel ourselves with the motivation to keep moving forward. But that being said, if we rely on motivation and motivation alone to get us to the goals that we set out, then we're setting ourselves up for failure. Because think about it, if we constantly need motivation, eventually there are going to be days, if you haven't experienced it yet, you will. There are going to be days where you do not feel motivated to do the work necessary to achieve the goal that you have set out. And when those times come, what are you going to rely on in order to keep moving the needle forward? Jocko Willink has one of my favorite quotes of all time when he said, pros make decisions based on commitments and amateurs make decisions based on feelings. Guys, motivation is a feeling. It will fade away. And when it does, what is it that we're supposed to fall back on? It's discipline. And the discipline comes from living an inspired life through our actions, not just our words. So if you're ready for this inspiration to flow through you, here are some next steps. 3 questions. 1, identify one person's story who's impacted you. 2, what are some of the specific actions they took? Not just what they said, but what they did. And then 3, write down the first small action step you can take to model that kind of movement in your own life. Then do it this week. Not next, not someday, right now. Because your story, the one that will eventually inspire others, can only be written one step at a time. Your story matters, but it won't matter until you move. So stop chasing that next hit of motivation and start crafting a life filled with purpose. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Take a Step podcast. Guys, if you enjoyed it, please leave a rating and a review on whichever platform you're listening. And if you know somebody that's sitting back and is waiting for the next hit of motivation in order to move them to take action, please share this episode with them so that we can help others live an inspired life and build out the discipline that will help propel them forward no matter how they're feeling. Again, thank you for listening. And no matter where you are on your growth journey, always know that every mile begins with a step. We'll talk to you in the next episode.